The woman at the well. The sun blazed high over the dusty roads of Samaria, making the journey unbearable for most travelers. Jesus, weary from walking, sat down beside Jacob's well in the town of Sychar. His disciples had gone into the village to buy food, leaving him alone. Just then, a woman approached, balancing a clay jar on her hip. She came at this hour, the hottest part of the day, because she knew no one else would be there. She wanted to avoid the stares, the hushed whispers of the other women who gathered water in the morning. She hesitated when she saw him sitting there, a Jewish man. She was a Samaritan. They were supposed to hate each other, but Jesus didn't move. Instead, he looked at her and spoke.
"Give me a drink."
The woman blinked, startled. No Jewish man ever spoke to a Samaritan woman. She set her jar down and looked at him suspiciously.
You are a Jew, and I am a Samaritan woman. Why are you asking me for a drink?
Jesus smiled.
"If you knew the gift of God and who it is that asks you for a drink, you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water."
She laughed dryly.
"Sir, you have nothing to draw water with, and the well is deep. Where can you get this living water? Are you greater than our father Jacob, who gave us this well?"
Jesus' eyes held a knowing light.
"Everyone who drinks this water will be thirsty again, but whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst. Indeed, the water I give will become in them a spring welling up to eternal life."
"Sir,"
she said, voice trembling.
"give me this water so I won't have to keep coming here."
Jesus looked at her deeply and said,
"Go, call your husband and come back."
She swallowed hard.
"I have no husband."
Jesus nodded.
"You are right when you say you have no husband. In fact, you have had 5 husbands, and the man you now have is not your husband. What you have said is true."
The woman's breath caught. How could he know that? No one knew her full story, and yet this stranger had just spoken her deepest shame aloud. Her voice shook.
"Sir, I see that you are a prophet.
She tried to change the subject.
Our ancestors worshipped on this mountain, but you Jews claim we must worship in Jerusalem."
Jesus replied gently,
"A time is coming when you will worship the Father neither on this mountain nor in Jerusalem. True worshippers will worship the Father in spirit and truth, for they are the kind of worshippers the Father seeks."
The woman was stunned.
"I know that Messiah is coming. When he comes, he will explain everything to us."
Jesus leaned forward and, with a voice full of kindness and power, said,
"I, the one speaking to you, I am he."
Her jar slipped from her hands, forgotten. The Messiah was here, before her, speaking to her, not condemning her, but offering her life. Tears filled her eyes as she turned and ran back to the village, shouting,
"Come, see a man who told me everything I ever did. Could this be the Messiah?"
And because of her, many in that town came to believe in him.